Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So, Sag, I feel like this all started, it began here, right here, in this card of the Five of Wands. Take a look. This is people who joined forces to try to build something, but as you can see, they are at a standstill. They're unable to get along or just being uncooperative. Only one person stands talking. The rest are looking very distracted. So the landscape, you'll notice here, is dry. There's no sign of growth. So it feels like it's not advancing. This is actually a group of people or a couple, okay, who are unable to work together. Perhaps there were too many distractions. Perhaps somebody was just not listening, not being cooperative. And I feel like this is why this didn't work. All of this was combined with fire energy, and I feel like, because I have her up here, I feel like, oh yes, and him. Okay, so just a second, because I'm just picking up things here. And so I feel like somebody got really upset. They probably were distracted by other thoughts, other things. You guys were meant to be together or to come together to build something, but something happened, and that opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse turned in a reverse. The reason is that there's something somebody wasn't seeing. Yeah, see. Somebody may have lost their temper. This person here does not do well when it comes to emotions. And so I feel like this is the base of what happened. Okay? This is what brought this ending about. Somebody... things may not have been as they appeared, but I feel for this person that it was like an illusion, okay? Like they were deceiving themselves about what the real issue was here, possibly having to do with that Five of Wands, having to do with trust. I feel like now this person, they're looking at all of this. They're looking at what has happened. They're looking at the past, and we see that here. They want to clear this up. This person wants to talk to you in private, alone. Okay, so what we see is that this person may have received new information or new insight into what happened, okay, in reflection. It's possible with the mice that they just let frustrations and things pile up and pile up until they exploded, because that's what the mice is about. The mice can indicate something. It can indicate things that eat away at you, okay? The mice are those like little frustrations, anxieties, and they're the things that you put off and they keep putting off until they pile up and create this big mess, which is what has happened. And so because of all of these things that were bothering this person, they were uncooperative. They weren't listening because they were distracted by these things, these thoughts that were going on within them. Or it could even be because there are people here, more than two, it could be they were distracted by things they were hearing or what other people were telling them. So now they want to be alone and have this alone time to talk to you about this breakup. The heart is in the reverse. Okay. And what we see is that there is recognition. Okay. And this could come upon them quite suddenly. And they would now realize the real the real issue with regards to that past situation, and it's haunting them. It's following them, it's haunting them, it doesn't leave them alone, and they are blaming themselves. So we know if they're blaming themselves, it's because they now realize that they may have done something to cause that breakup. All right? And so, and so this Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, but what we see is that they want to go back, okay? They don't want to lose you. So we have the Lovers, and we see that someone is extending their hand. Even though they did, it's like they lost you. Something here was lost. This opportunity did get overturned because they didn't listen to their intuition, because they let the swords kind of get the better of them, and so they took a fall. But there's recognition of this. I feel like they were this could be actually somebody who somebody who may have offered this person some advice when it comes to this situation that they now find themselves in. Otherwise, it's somebody who, it's like they're waiting. They may have questions. There could be some confusion over something because there are clouds behind them that kind of cover or are covering what was a blue sky. All right. And so what we see is them looking at the details here, learning what they need to know in order to make a decision, in order to perhaps seek. They're looking at so they want to wipe the slate clean. They want to seek your forgiveness. It's because it doesn't leave them alone. They're now feeling responsible for what happened. So a closer look shows them something they didn't see before. They're learning here with the in what was written. You see the open book, yeah. And so there's a realization that they were deceiving themselves about a situation wherein they thought perhaps that they were being deceived, and there was some very, very intense emotions here surrounding these thoughts, and this is what happened, and they exploded. Yeah, see with that Pisces card sitting here, this is somebody who has a very sensitive spot. Yeah, and if you touch that spot, it's like it's a trigger, so it will trigger a reaction. And so that's what happened here. And they want to clear this up. So we see that they are very, very restless when it comes to this situation. We have the partner here. And this is, yeah, see, look at that, eh? And so there they are, and they're looking at the details. They're looking at the open book, which is at what was written, and that's exactly what the Hierophant was asking them to do. Look at what's been written. You'll find your answer there, right? And so there they are with that open book on their lap, and they find it. So they're looking at that situation where this is the card of the partner, where somebody, like this couple, were not seeing eye to eye. They were not seeing eye to eye. There was an imbalance. And in this card, at the time, especially with the false person here, at the time, they were refusing to see what was causing that imbalance, or they were ignoring it. But because things were not as they appeared, okay, this was imagined things, and now they have realized that with this card. And this realization is what is needed to bring this back to life, you see, with the skeleton there. This is about dealing with the ghosts of the past. And that's why death, there's the skeleton on the death card also, you see. And so the ghosts of the past must be overcome in order for them to proceed. They felt that maybe, somebody didn't care for them. That's a card of caring and loving and caring. And that's how they were feeling at the time. But that's the ghosts of the past were making them feel like that. Now they have a truth that they wish to speak up about, okay? And so they want to talk to you, and they want to talk to you in private. Okay, so now you're going to definitely get a visitor. And whatever you were in the dark about when it came to this person and maybe their behavior, their reaction, what they did, their decision, you will now learn this. Now you'll notice the person is arriving, and there's a child here. Okay, they're arriving at the door. This is your visitor. So the child can indicate that they wish to have this new beginning with you, but it can also indicate that the reason they are returning is because now they see something in a new way, and it could also indicate a new approach to something. Okay. I figure, yeah, see, before they were really, really afraid. They had all of these swords above them. That's what was causing them all of this chaos, and you also. Those swords were still bleeding, and those are the ghosts of the past. But now they see things in a new way. And so that brings us here and here. And so, and here. Okay, so here's the health of the relationship, and this is what they want to discuss. Okay? They want to change the status. The current status, they want to change that. They want to put an end to this cycle and have this new beginning. Okay? This is also a very important card because it indicates all the cards before it, which is all of these, will definitely come to pass. Or the message in the cards will come to pass. This can also indicate a tall person. So for some of you, could be this could be a tall person. But ultimately, it speaks to recognition, and it's like a step up, some type of advancement, change in status. Okay. We see that the information he was seeking, that he finds, he has it here, he's holding it in his hand, and it's coming with this Seven of Staves. Now, in this deck of the Minchiate, The Seven of Staves bestows gifts after tremendous struggle. So after a tremendous struggle, he has found this very important piece of information. And so this Seven of Staves indicates coming out of a struggle or a very challenging time and fighting for something. And it also indicates that perseverance brings rewards. So there's a blessing that is coming in here. And it is being confirmed again. I've received almost identical card here in the Nine of Wisdom. Well, the message is the same. The card's not the same, but the message is the same. Okay, and the Nine of Wisdom speaks to receiving a blessing. That the work and the effort that somebody has put in is going to pay off. This card can indicate reaching a very happy solution or conclusion. And that's what they're hoping for. That's what they're coming. Action. There's movement. There's movement towards reaching this or finding this solution. This is what's currently in their thoughts, but this card indicates that it will come to pass. Okay? And so we see that he's thinking of her, and he's thinking of that Ace of Cups and how much he loves her. And he wants to make this peace. His heart is fragile, but he is going to place it into her hands. And it's fragile because of the ghosts of the past. Okay? This is something that he already has discovered and has already begun the transition process with the Death card. Okay, but, you know, it's not something you fix overnight. And so this will all come to pass. A visitor is coming. This could be, it could begin by some other type of communication, but ultimately you will end up face to face. Okay? Everything I just said will come to pass. And so expect to hear, if this sounds like your story, if this is your story, then you can expect to hear from this person. And if this is your story, you have been waiting. You've been waiting for this change to happen. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.